some, C2 Corvettes are all about option numbers, casting numbers, and originality. For others, these Stingrays are all about this. With this one, you've got a little of both. At first glance, it's a straight, good-looking C2, with the only departure from stock being a set of aftermarket 16-inch wheels and tires. But let's dive in and take a closer look at this 1967 Corvette Roadster. From the trim tag, we can see it was built in April of '67. It started out good wood green with a green vinyl interior and was built at the St. Louis plant. The order copy affixed to the top of the fuel tank was also saved during a restoration and shows the 350 horsepower 327, a close ratio M21 manual transmission, a positive traction 370 rear end, and a tinted windshield and a white soft top. While the mechanical configuration remains, the finishes have obviously been altered over the years. The other interesting documentation present is a complete ownership record through registrations and title changes stemming back through 10 owners, and presumably the first resale in 1973. The car spent its first 36 years around the Yakima area in Washington state and came to Northern California in 2003. Paint and bodywork was commissioned by the previous owner somewhere around 2015. Under the hood, it looks like a modified small block, which it is. The block, however, appears to be original. Although it was decked, the final 3 digits of the car's serial number are present and match, and the HT suffix indicates a 350 horsepower manual transmission, which aligns with the specs on the tank sticker. From previous owners' notes, it was line bored and displaces 383 cubic inches, and the laundry list of modifications include a 4-bolt main bearing conversion, forged steel stroker crank, SRP flat-top pistons, H-beam rods, a roller cam and double roller timing chain. The heads were ported and fitted with lightweight valves, guides, springs, and roller rockers. That's a 750 CFM Holley carburetor on top of a Wiend accelerator intake manifold. Dual radiator fans pull air through a Be-Cool aluminum radiator. The distributor is modified with an electronic Petronics unit. The compression is 10 1/4 to 1, and the estimated power is in the neighborhood of 420 to 440 horsepower, and it feels like it. Moving on to the interior. You'll note the smaller diameter steering wheel as the only non-standard feature. The gauges are clear and fully functional, minus the trip odometer. Even the clock works. The glove box light works. Here's a look under the dash at the wiring. The top of the dash is excellent and free of any cracks or blemishes. The seats are finished in leather and are excellent. There are no flaws to highlight. Corvette nerds will be quick to point out the '67 was the first year with a center console-mounted parking brake lever. and there are a pair of speakers mounted tastefully behind the seats. The door panels are in great shape. The ignition key also works both driver and passenger side door locks. The top is pretty good. The rear window is clear. And it has the taller rear lock pins that keep it from resting on and scratching the rear deck lid. There's one small wear hole here. Here's the wear hole from the inside. And raising and lowering these tops is fairly straightforward. Let's take a look at the underside. It's nearly as clean as the top side of the car. At some point, power steering was added. The starter looks quite clean. Motor mounts look good. And a spin-on oil filter has recently replaced the canister style. The frame rails don't show any real signs of corrosion. Check the auction gallery for stampings and casting numbers.
This is pretty minor, but this exhaust hanger has broken and needs to be rewelded right there.
Let's look more closely with a critical eye. There's an occasional squeak in the steering column. The glass and rubber and surrounding chrome are excellent. There are no chips or blemishes of note. The side glass is equally good and scratch-free. The chrome on the bumpers, as well as the alignment, is excellent, both front and rear. There aren't even any rock chips to point out in the lower edge of the front bodywork, and the grille alignment is excellent.
Super minor crack right there.
The rockers are nice. This drain hole is visible on the driver's side, but not on the passenger side. Corvettes typically show repair work in the fender lips and wheel wells, so here they are. On the subject of paint anomalies, there's a small line visible under fluorescent lighting on the left front fender. And there are a couple of textural imperfections on the lower doors, on both sides, but that are literally only visible from below under harsh lighting. In the real world, the body lines are sharp and the panels are straight. Wheels and tires. These are 16 by 7 inch Budnik Gasser alloys with 225/50/16 Continental Extreme contact tires with 2021 date codes. Receipts and service records extend through the past 2 owners, along with handwritten notes, a manual, an original brochure, and copies of the DMV microfiche title records extending back into the early 70s. Also included are the original Rally steel wheels with trim rings and hubcaps, the spare with its original Uniroyal tire, the original intake manifold and valve covers, the Delco radio, the original steering wheel, and a spare differential with a taller 336 ratio. For more on this 1967 Corvette, check out the cold start and lighting video and the drive video. Whether you want to admire its lines or get out on the road, this could be the Stingray you've been looking for.